out of all the talented educators in America, a school board, get this, picks an illegal overstay with no work authorization, a prior weapons charge, a sketchy degree history, and oh yeah, he's got a loaded gun in his car when ICE comes knocking. Yeah, that really happened. So don't expect it on Law & Order. So the Des Moines School Board actually went on a secret search to find the very best candidate for school superintendent, landing on Ian Andre Roberts, who in 2023 was hired to run Iowa's largest school district. According to the Des Moines Register, Roberts got a base salary of $270,000 a year plus benefits. Roughly 6 times what the average Iowan makes and 10 times what Jamie makes selling his blood. The Register praised Roberts, saying he was there to advance equity in education while working around laws that restrict curriculum of LGBTQ parents. That's not even a real job. That's like being a snowplow driver in Florida or doing hair and makeup for James Carville. Now, you'd think with a job like that, Roberts would have been checked out. Hell, traveling carnivals vet their employees more thoroughly. For example, here's who they hired to be the bearded lady. But no. According to ICE, Roberts is an overstay from Guyana who received his final deportation order in 2023 during the Biden administration. We're lucky Kamala didn't hear about him, or he would have been her VP candidate. Worse, the guy's been registered to vote in Maryland as a Democrat since 2012. Which means, of course, now the Dems will say illegal felons voting is actually a good thing. Anyway, when ICE finally tracked him down, Roberts does what every great educator does. He runs like hell. First in his car, then on foot. He was caught with $3,000 in cash and a loaded gun in his car. I'm surprised Al Collins wasn't driving. Meanwhile, current reporting has called his entire job in educational history into question. So who hired this guy? The head of the Des Moines School Board is Jackie Norris, Iowa Democratic candidate for senator and former chief of staff to none other than Michelle O. Her job, by the way, was to provide new phone books after Michelle would rip them in half. Norris's initial response to this breaking news: take the felon's advice.
It seems fitting to take a page out of Dr. Roberts' book and ask the community to engage in radical empathy as we work through this situation together. We do not have all the facts. There is much we do not know. However, what we do know is that Dr. Roberts has been an integral part of our school community since he joined over 2 years ago. During his time with our district, he has shown up in ways big and small.
White liberal chicks are so dangerous. Translation: let a criminal fraud be in charge of our kids. No child left behind is now no felons left behind. And radical empathy? Those two words go together about as well as rollerblading and heterosexuality. So after Roberts was hired, what did he do first? He lifted the ban on hiring those with a criminal record. That's like me creating a law that doubles the pay for short men. But nothing says educational excellence like a guy who can teach you how to make a shank out of a protractor. No wonder America's traditional report card is turning into a rap sheet. Overseas, kids are solving calculus in middle school. But thanks to our teachers' union, our kids' diplomas are worth less than a signed photo of Jeremy Piven. R.I.P. So what's today's lesson? Well, the real culprit here isn't the scammer making nearly $300,000. It's that the bigger scammers are the DEI nitwits who hired him. Of course, you'll never see them on Law & Order, but I'm pretty sure they're already booked on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Let's welcome tonight's guest. His new wife loves how Jamie gets along with her boyfriend, actor, writer, comedian Jamie Listow. His patrons send back their food if it doesn't have his hair. Chef and restaurant owner Andrew Grohl. She just brushed her teeth, and boy, are her arms tired.
Yes.
New York Times bestselling author and Fox News contributor, and he picks his teeth with the Washington Monument. New York Times bestselling author, comedian, and former NWA world champion Tyrus. Jamie, illegal alien, he's a felon, he runs from the cops, he makes 300 grand. That's 300 grand more than you make.
Yeah, that's almost exactly 300 grand more than I make.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. Dude, this guy, I heard for the background check,
Yeah.
they just FaceTimed him and looked in the background. Isn't it crazy that the lengths he went through to con everyone? Could he not have become a legal citizen?
Yeah, that would make sense.
He's spending so much time. And also, what a liar, man. Like, he must be an incredible liar, like in the interview where he just claimed to be a citizen, all this stuff. I'm not good at like that with interviews. I tell the truth, man. I remember once this guy goes, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I go, almost 5 years sober. I said, and then they catch him, and he's got 3 grand in cash and like 2 loaded guns. He's running into the woods. Rarely do you have 2 loaded guns and $3,000 and you're going to plant a tree.
Yes.
Like, this is a bad guy.
Yeah, no.
By the way, I love that Law and Order music. I actually carry this around with me, and if I come out of the bathroom and there's a bunch of people there, I just play.
I'm so glad that works. I'm glad that worked, because if it was just silent, we'd be sitting here going, I hate Jamie for doing that.
Then we have Gene going, dun, dun.
So, Andrew, apparently this guy claims he's going to resign. That's what I heard today. Why don't they just fire this guy? I don't get it.
Why are we having the conversation
Yes.
altogether? It makes absolutely no sense. I mean, this guy, if we leave him in the position, he's going to probably stab 4 people with a Scantron at this point.
Yes.
Right? Or number 2 pencil.
Yeah.
It brings me back. You know, and I don't even, they should have known that there was an issue here when they changed the motto for all of the Iowa schools to reading, writing, and human trafficking in 2023. That was it right there. What is it with Democrats' obsession with criminals to begin with? That's what we need to break down. And furthermore, with the Law and Order thing, their ratings are so low. This is why nobody watches their shows anymore. Remember on Friday nights when we used to go back, watch TGIF,
Yeah.
Perfect Strangers, Balky, right? Boy Meets World, all those great shows. Now you got this kind of pseudo-intellectual propaganda being laced through. This is why people are watching the shopping cart championships at night.
Yeah.
That's why it's getting better ratings.
This is why, if you ever watch Law and Order, especially that clip, you hear the music. So they cue this music to tell their stupid viewer that something important is about to happen. It's like almost in every scene in Law and Order, as it goes, and it's the viewer's like, I think something is happening that is really bad. Oh, thank God, thank you, producers, Law and Order. I'm stupid. If I were on that show, I would throw myself off a bridge. I could not learn that language. I could not learn that dialogue. I would be ashamed of myself, Kat.
If I were on that show, I'd appreciate the exposure.
So here's my question, and it kind of piggybacks on Jamie's banal thoughts.
Don't be using words we don't understand, Greg.
Yes, it's just anal with a B.
Oh.
So, yes. What about, like, if you're going to go to all this trouble, why would you pick that job? Like, if you're going to be a criminal, why don't you pick a more fun job than a school superintendent?
Well, it worked for like a really long time.
True.
I mean, he probably was, maybe it was just a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe he applied for the job as a bit.
Yeah.
And then it just got out of hand when they actually hired him.
That's what happened with me and
Yeah,
Fox.
like that was like you. Yeah, exactly. Who I would love to hear from are the other people who did not get the job.
Jobs, yes.
Because you know there's other people who interviewed for it, and then they were like, what do they always say? We're going in a different direction.
Yes.
I want to know how they feel about this being the direction that they went.
Yeah. We were looking for a felon. Come back to us when you've robbed a bank, and we'll discuss your resume. Tyrus, how can parents just assume they can trust Democrats with their kids? Like, there's so many different stories that make you go, what are they thinking?
I mean, I don't think you should trust your kids with anyone,
Yeah, that's true.
let alone.
That's true.
big-
That reminds
big-
me, I
yeah.
left my kid in the parking lot.
Exactly. Oh, man, your wife is so special and strong. What a perfect place to hide, though.
Yeah.
Who would ever assume a superintendent of schools?
Yes.
One of the worst, boring-sounding jobs
Exactly.
ever. That's like superintendent of librarians. You know,
Yeah.
like, what a safe place to be a career criminal. You know what happened, though, is he liked doing the job. Like, it was like any one of those old comedies where the guy's hiding from the police and he jumps into a kindergarten, and next thing you know, he taught all the kids how to read, and
Yes.
he's building schools, and he's doing great.
That's how Law and Order will do it.
Yeah, and he was doing all these things, and then lo and behold, one day, the 97 felonies, he's been one of them recognized him at the dinner table, and he took off and he ran. Also, the reason why he got the job, I'm telling you right now, if I have 3 candidates, let's say it's you 3 looking for a job, and Gruhl puts $3 grand and a pistol on the table, I'm gonna hire him every time.
Yeah, that's how I got this job.
Yes.
There's 2 ways this interview is gonna go.
Yeah.
You want to make money today?
Or you want to die.
You want to push flowers? How are we doing this today?
Yes.
And that's what happened. But yeah, what a great place to hide.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe he's smarter than we give him credit for. Or maybe the DEI people are just dumbasses.
Want even more Fox News on YouTube? Become a Fox News Patriot today. Click join to find out how.